The Keffals saga.
Oh man.
I mean, I've found out about this person from watching your videos. Basically,
Okay.
were you ever on good terms with them, or
Nope. They just popped into my life one day when they were trying to shit stir on the internet.
And what were your anti-trans positions that initially would have caused this person to have a problem with you? Like, what are the cliff notes for Destiny's transphobia?
The cliff notes is that, so here's one thing. I fight with a lot of people online that are part of the trans community, and anytime I fight with them, my attacks are considered like transphobic.
Even
because
though they're not objectively.
I love trans. I got a ton of trans people in my community.
That's what you say, yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably have one of the most active trans communities of any like large streamer. I'm pretty sure I do.
Right.
But whenever I fight, like there was a person that said they took like, for instance, they said they took 10 Benadryl and they tried to commit suicide, and they came back on Twitter the next day and they released like a Google Doc with like poetry for their fans and stuff. And I was like, that's some cringe fucking shit. You're like 6 feet tall. That was nowhere near a suicide. Fuck you and fuck all of this. This is cringe shit. But they'll be like, Destiny's, and you'll see that you can probably go on Twitter and search Destiny trans suicide make fun of, and be like, Destiny makes fun of trans suicide. It's like, it's not. I wasn't making fun of them because they were trans. I was making fun because they're a fucking loser. Okay?
Putting out a poem about their suicide attempt.
Yeah.
Right.
And then going right back into Twitter the next day, just as toxic as it was before. It was like, the fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. And so just stuff like that was enough to set it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Or there was one girl, maybe I went a little bit too far with this, but there was one trans woman who me and my wife were doing like a stream where we were like in a hot tub and we like to like tickle each other sometimes. Or,
right.
Like, you know, like shit like that. I think I like poked her in the back or whatever. And she's like, ooh. And
non-consensual tickling.
No,
basically.
they said that I raped her on stream.
Right. Because of your aggressive tickling?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she was like, you raped her on stream. No, they thought that I was like putting my dick in her ass or something, and I was raping her on stream.
Right.
And they're like, this is really concerning. And then that same trans woman she supports like a website that helps people get like do-it-yourself hormones and shit. And she tweeted out something like, I've helped over 500 minors get on hormones.
Right.
And I think I tweeted, I was like, you're kind of a fucking pedophile.
Right.
And I probably shouldn't have said that, but
that was the chick with like the short blonde hair or whatever?
I don't even know.
But I couldn't believe that. She thought that this was just going to go over super well, and then it ended up destroying her entire life, basically.
Which
right?
one?
The one who was all bragging about giving out the DIY hormones.
Oh, I don't know if it's a sort of life. I think they're all doing okay, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But okay, answer this. What is Kiwi Farms?
Kiwi Farms is, imagine you want to talk shit about people. And you want other people to want to talk shit about people. And then you make a forum to talk shit about people. And it's just like the most toxic fucking people on the internet that talk shit about people.
So it's like comparable to like a 4chan kind of?
In some ways, and in some ways worse.
But so is the stated purpose of it is to make fun of people?
The stated purpose is you collect, there's like these, you call them cows, lol cows, right?
Right.
It's like a funny guy you want to make fun of. You make a thread on them. You post a ton of information so that people can kind of follow the saga of like the particular cow that you're following.
Right.
And then that usually involves like a lot of doxing and like posting phone numbers and fighting and shit like that. Yeah.
And why don't they get taken down? Like you would
Well,
think
technically nothing they do is illegal. So
Right.
like doxing isn't illegal, and their sites it's like hosted in like Russia or some shit. Yeah.
Right. And so do you feel like Keffals is kind of hyperbolic with how bad the harassment might be from this, or do you think that it really is as bad as she makes it out to be?
It's a bad site. I've been doxxed by them several times. They're very, very weird and very toxic. But she also plays it up a lot too, and she lies about some things as well. Like she claims that like they've killed like 5 or 6 trans people, and some of these people aren't even confirmed dead. Like they just like got off the internet and think, oh, they committed suicide. You don't know that,
right?
And then she also, my YouTube guy gets so mad when I get in this because he's like, you need to stay away from this. You're just gonna hurt yourself. So
go
trying
in.
To be
Fuck it, man. You're on no jumper.
Yeah, I think
no rules.
I think she likes it. I think she likes the attention because it is like, it's the ultimate like victim complex scenario. Like when she got swatted by the London, Ontario police, who are like the most fucking, they have like trans flag badges. Not really, but it's like an incredibly progressive police force. She's like, I woke up with a gun in my face. I woke up staring down the barrel of an assault rifle when I got swatted and I got hauled off to jail where they dead named me and it was the worst experience. And then like later on, she gives an interview, walks some of that story back. Then the chief of police comes out and he says what happens. He's like, the police showed up, they knocked on the door.
Right, I was thinking they got to have knocked on the door, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a no-knock raid. They didn't break down anything. They knocked on the door. She came out. They're like, hey, we had emails from somebody claiming to be you saying they were going to assassinate a bunch of political leaders. We got to take you to jail for a little bit. And then she was released the next day. She got all of her stuff back. back, like everything. And she raised $100,000 off of that, saying she was going to fight a lawsuit. And then she changed her mind and she moved to Europe with the money.
Right.
And she's still like posting like pictures of like, you're not going to get me, Kiwi Farms. And one of her videos is like, the next time the cops come in, you guys better make sure they pull the trigger. And I'm like, oh my fucking God,
man.
please kill me. Shut the fuck up.
What the hosting provider or whatever is Cloudflare?
So Cloudflare is a service that basically provides a cover against DDoS attacks on the internet, essentially.
Okay, and so she is waging war on them, trying to get them to take the site down.
Trying to get them to stop providing services for them, yeah.
And what do you think the main aversion to that is? Because I would think that they would this would normally be pretty convincing to a company like that.
Cloudflare is a big company that provides a lot of services to a lot of people on the internet. Like I think I want to say like 20% of like DDoS protection on the internet is provided by Cloudflare. Like they are big hosts and everything too.
Right.
It probably sets a bad precedent. I'm supportive of Cloudflare's of Cloudflare of like maintaining their position
because they compared it to like the fire department refusing to go to your house if they didn't like your opinions.
Yeah,
right.
And so I think we'll see how long it sticks. It's funny because I had people witch hunt Micro in the same way, but now they're focused on, since Cloudflare won't do it, now they're trying to find everybody that uses Cloudflare and they're trying to harass Cloudflare's clients in order to get Cloudflare to stop.
Wow.
So maybe it'll move to clients of Cloudflare, or who knows.
Do you think that Kiwi Farms the world would be better off if it was removed from the internet? Is it that bad?
Absolutely. It was a horrible website.
Really?
But there's like the principle of like, if they're not doing anything illegal, they should probably be allowed to exist and operate. If you want to get rid of Kiwi Farms, you should probably find a way to make what they're doing illegal, I think. Otherwise, it kind of has to stand. Because like sites like mine will be next, because they think I'm a Nazi and they think I coordinate hate raids and shit, even though I don't. So if sites like Kiwi Farms go down, like it's too much power for them. There's way too much mainstream media support that is unwaveringly uncritical of every lie and crazy thing that Keffals says. Like they cover all the positive, but they won't bring up the fact that she's called me a rapist on stream before with no evidence. She's called another guy a pedophile with no evidence. She's made up multiple lies about like what Kiwi Farms does, what other people have done, about her own life. It's just like very frustrating to see somebody like that get so much like relentlessly positive coverage and attention all over the internet when they're literally like an internet terrorist. She tweeted out like the other day, she deleted it, but she tweeted out the address to the servers that she thinks Kiwi Farm is hosted on in Ukraine. And she's like, I heard these guys were pro-Russian. You guys know what to do. I'm like, are you actually? This is some fucking wild shit. She's tweeting out pictures of like the site owner, Joshua Moons, of him and his fucking mom saying like, you guys need to find it. I'm not playing fair anymore. It's like, you're actually an internet terrorist. You're fucking insane.
Wow.
And she's getting mainstream Vice, NPR, CNN, like all these people writing positive articles supporting her. And it's like, it's fucking wild to me.
Do you feel like in some way all of this is your fault?
No, I didn't even know who the fuck she was. And then one day she picked a huge fight with me and then I got banned like the next week. I didn't even know who the fuck it was. Yeah.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. We appreciate y'all.